Okay, welcome back to the channel. So, quick video on LEL. People, or a couple of people, have been talking about this in the comments. So, I'm just going to give my opinion. Don't be offended. So, the graphite project. In a nutshell, I think the graphite project is not very good. Main reason is look where it is. Look at this, 250 kilometers, middle of nowhere. They're going to have diesel power, solar plant, build all that, get everything trucked out. Big cost. It's going to have a lot. They're going to have to raise probably 400 million rough figures, and there's another company I know that's going to have a lower, probably raise a lot less than that with this similar project. It's my uneducated opinion. So we'll just look at this here, CXO. So CXO, this is lithium, but this is an example of if you're in the middle of nowhere, how your capex goes up. CXO, near Darwin, under $100 million Australian. And that was to do basically 200,000 tons, under 100 million. This is global lithium. Do the same, they're doing 220,000, so basically 200,000 tons per year. They're out here, they have to spend $450 million, meaning they have to raise that from somewhere and really dilute the share price. If anyone's given that money, they're going to say, we want most of the profit. So there goes your share price, etc. So that's what happened with CXO. That's why they grew more than GL1. Also because they're going into production right now. But yeah, the capex is not helping GL1 at all. So ITM, where are we? So this legend, 200 kilometers, existing stuff. South Australia is all on renewable energy. This is farmland here, so there's existing power they can go into, not diesel power. Don't have to run a power line so many kilometers, just there to port. Yeah, so it's not like 20 kilometers. It is a fair distance, but if we look at LEL, if I can go back to that one, where is it? Yeah, a lot further, middle of nowhere. Who wants to work out there? Oh, I'll work out there, but you have to pay me 5 times as much. So that's the reason, my reason, as to why I don't like the graphite project. So moving on to the lithium one. I don't really study lithium brine too much, but let's just do some rough uneducated figures. So the lithium project, give me a second. Wrong one. So this example of a lithium brine project, they have to spend low capex and they're making $500 million a year, but they're getting into production now, I believe. That's why they're so high, for good reason. And LEL, so 50, always go to here for your capex. Oh, they're not even that cheap. I thought they were 50,000, but they're 100 million. And yes, we'll just see why they were around that much. So they're in this area. So basically you're pumping lithium brine out, getting the lithium out of it. And where are we? So these are some capex for the area. So that's AGY, the billion-dollar company, just about 10,000 tons per annum. Times that number by 50 for rough figures of how much profit you'll make. $500 million a year. So then the capex is 200 million, so not too bad. Then these ones are doing twice as many tons, but it's 500 million. These guys are doing 4 times the tons and 500 million. So you'd have to look into this yourself to see the capex. Remember, if you have a high capex, really going to kill your share price return, unless you're making some ridiculous money. Like, you have to compare the capex with the money they're making. And some companies, the best company you want to buy is this one, 100 million. At today's lithium prices, they can make $800 million. Times this number by the profit that PLS is making, which is about $5,000 a ton. Yeah, up near $1 billion. They haven't gotten full swing yet, but if you go to PLS's lithium prices that they've been selling at auction, average prices, they'll give you this figure here, and if it's half that, $500 million a year, and they only have to spend $100 million. So that's the company you want to aim for. Low capex, you can still make the same money as any other project. Capex kills share price return. Then take in mind, once you sort out capex, it's also the share price as well. Like, when a company gets to $2 billion, and they're making $1 billion a year, or on the way, someone's not going to pay 6 times the price. So when it gets here, it trades sideways, it becomes more of a dividend stock. It can grow up and up, and maybe 2x over the following years, but it's not this rapid growth from 5 cents to $1. The reason this happened because no one wanted lithium. You couldn't get it out of the ground and sell it for $5,000 profit a ton. You're making $200 profit or $500 profit a ton. Not much at all. Then lithium went into shortfall, and things went crazy. I'm not sure what happened here. They're probably drilling, getting it together. Wow, we got a really low capex. Raised that money instantly because everyone wanted in on this really good project, and there you went. So that was lithium. So I don't really look at lithium shares anymore because the price has gone high. I'm more looking to natural graphite, where the price hasn't shot up, I believe, because we're not in shortfall yet. There's plenty of graphite to go around, as was with these companies here. If you look back at 2015 at a share price, like I looked at these companies, the returns, the numbers didn't look very good back here. And then what happened? I was uneducated. Lithium went into shortfall, and they sold it for 10 times the price. Like instead of making $5,000, these guys do straight to lithium carbonate. So instead of $5,000 profit a ton, these guys went to like 50,000 a ton. That's why it's gone like this. So this could happen to graphite. Not sure it will, but the thing is, we're not in shortfall for graphite now, and we might be in 2025, 2026. Well, who knows? Yeah, another battery tech might come out, but I see that unlikely. Like, you're gonna have to grow a whole industry, and even it's better than lithium now, it's probably not going to be cheaper until you mass produce it. And that time, lithium's probably getting better. And I think lithium battery is pretty good. We've only been making it so many years, and we just got to scale it more. And yes, I think sodium ion will come along because everything's abundant, but they need to figure that out as well. That's going to take some years as well. And at the moment, sodium ion isn't as energy dense, so people don't want to muck around with 200-kilometer car. They probably want 500-kilometer car. And CATL, I believe, is adding both. They're adding lithium and sodium to the same battery packs. Yeah, so anyway, so I do believe there probably will be shortfall for graphite, then prices will rise a bit. Maybe not how lithium went, not really sure. We're battling against rising interest rates, and the adoption rates could be slower, could be faster, not really sure. But my money is where my mouth is, investing in a natural graphite company that has low capex, or should have low capex in a good location. So that's ITM, probably my best pick. Could be totally wrong. It could halve. Like, we could have a scary market, people get scared. This could halve, and I'd probably be buying more if it did. So that's it from me. Let me know your opinion. It's just an opinion. You're not going to offend me, and hopefully I didn't offend you with anything I said. So what do I think of this company? Well, I wouldn't invest in it. 180 million for a lithium project that's quite a way off. And what advantage does their lithium project have over their competitors in the region? Like, all these guys are already doing it, so what special sauce does these guys have, considering they already have a pretty big capex? And then I talked about the graphite project. It could go well, I'm not sure. Maybe some reason it has a lower capex, don't really know, but I expect we'll have a higher capex than normal given location. Could be wrong, but if you don't know something, you shouldn't invest in it, and I'll leave it at that. Thank you.